Once upon a time.
Cool. So who can give me a rundown of what happened last week?
Zai's an alien.
We finished the mission, found out Zai is an alien, then some other captain came on board, gave us a mission, that Captain Laura, I don't know her name anymore. I'm so
Not important.
doesn't feel very happy about that because of the new captain's unorthodox way of doing things. And then we were told that we were going to drop into a facility of a variety to extract some variety of resources, I believe they called it. But it's clearly like either
Some form of information.
or information.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but for real though, Zai's just a person inside of the alien skin.
He's wearing alien skin.
Yeah.
He's actually like a double agent. He's actually gonna try and
No,
infiltrate
but inside that,
the aliens.
he's just a giant space cow. Let's
Yeah.
go so deep.
Zai's
God
a
damn it,
mess.
I thought we said we weren't going to say about those. That's the first time we've ever mentioned space cows in this.
And it won't be a last.
Cool. So you guys are still currently sitting on board the Inquisitor. You're currently stealth, so the other UNN ship, which is sitting in orbit around the planet, can't see you.
You know not to look up.
And well, I mean, you're away from them. Like you're not sitting like directly above them, whereas human ships have view holes and they can just look out the window and see you, which isn't good.
So this ship is basically it's the Normandy stealth capacity, right?
Yeah.
You look out the
Yeah,
window,
there's
you
no
can see
actual,
it.
like,
Otherwise,
stealth
you're
system.
invisible.
Yeah.
This isn't Covenant stealth ability.
No, you are invisible to like
radar.
sensors, the sensors, yeah, but not to somebody looking at you. You are very
It
visible.
only
to
took me
somebody.
like 6 weeks to pick that up.
What was that?
That's right. This is the first time stealth has actually really been used.
No, we used the one on the other planet, weren't we?
I can't even. Oh yeah, you did. You did. At the very start. I remember that. I remember things.
But this is
I
the
know.
first time we're in stealth.
Yeah. So,
Panorama was not very stealthy.
what are you guys doing currently? So you got the
Okay,
briefing.
chilling.
Yeah, you got the briefing from the guy. You listened in to the briefing of the other squad. Does anyone have any questions about that? By the way, I posted the important things. I'll run through them again if people need me
Can you
to.
repost that? Because I'd read that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
unless you repost it,
I'm not gonna even pretend I read it
don't
that, like-
remember.
That's right.
I
I'm
read
fairly
it, but I
certain
don't
Nut was the only
Thanks.
person like
Oh.
awake when I. You already done
No,
it.
I saw the
Wait,
message.
I was
I was
awake, I
off.
was just
I
busy
just
doing other shit.
I neglected to read it because it was long.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll
I
do that
read it.
another
So-
time. And then when I looked back, there were like 300 messages.
Yeah. So the Allied squad. I think I call them like Hades Chosen. I've got another document for that as well, which I should really have open. But they're inserting via drop pods, fighting to the objective if necessary. They're gonna basically put a roadblock down in the middle of a road to block a supply route to stop reinforcements getting from a like pretty major militia base, which is like down south, to basically a larger scale operation, which is happening on the other side of the planet.
And we're not allowed to reveal ourselves, are we?
No, you're basically you're going in to get this information so that the rebels or the militia don't have it, and because military intelligence and national intelligence don't want to lose the large investment they put into this like research and development facility.
And we don't actually know what we're obtaining. We're just obtaining information of some kind.
Nope, you've not yet been briefed about what you are actually pulling out of this building. You just know you are pulling something out of a basically out of a compound. There are two like high-rise buildings in the compound, and the thing, whatever you're going to be extracting, is going to be in one of those two buildings. Basically, yeah. To run through a couple more things, the other squad is basically holding that position till extraction in 2 days' time. No backup available because all other units are basically tasked at the other assault. and yeah, they're to basically disrupt supply lines to make it harder to reinforce against the assault up north, when actually, unbeknownst to them, their real objective is to basically draw fire away from you guys.
There's no real backup coming.
Is the drop zone on the map, underneath the map, their drop zone or ours?
That's yours. They're dropping the
Okay.
like closer to their actual objective.
And what
If
are
I
the time between the drops? Between ours and theirs?
Not much. You're there. They are being dropped like slightly beforehand, so that you guys can. So they're not going to see your pods basically. So they'll land. They'll be in the confusion of landing as your pods come down. Sorry, as your dropship comes down. Yeah. But yeah, you guys are going to be dropped off by a dropship.
How far away in terms of hours? Because they'll be on foot, I imagine.
Yep.
Is that between the compound? Their drop zone to the compound?
Their drop zone in the compound is maybe half an hour walk. Like, it's not far.
And the question is, can we bring a tank with us?
No. And neither can you bring a mech suit.
Honestly, that's highly debatable.
We can bring it, but it won't do much.
We're the players. We're allowed to do whatever we want, obviously.
Very true. But
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use a bunch of cable ties to tie the mech to the bottom of the dropship, and as soon as it's time, we'll just drop him
Cable
right
The
on the
mech
ties.
building.
fit in the dropship.
I was just gonna use duct tape, okay?
duct tape. Space duct tape.
But we will leave the mech behind.
So yeah, what are you guys doing now?
I'd called for a squad meeting at the medical there.
Sure. So I'm assuming
That
everyone
was
goes.
last thing that's what we left off with.
Yeah. So I'm assuming everyone goes to medical bay, or
The
Yeah,
Dick,
Vincent
the
goes.
Dickton is still on
probably.
board, right? The Dick Captain,
yeah, he's still on.
What's his name?
the Dickton.
Captain, yeah.
I think it was Martin, possibly.
Okay.
I can't remember, honestly. I don't think I wrote that down.
I mean, his name's unimportant.
Yeah.
He's a dick, and he's the Dickton.
It'll be
And that's all
important
we
when
need
we
to
kill
know.
him later. I mean, yes.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He kind of seems to like me, so I'm cool with it.
That's because you're at his house.
Captain Twatsburg.
Yep, that's his name.
That's
me, but
because
that's
you're
just
part
I'm
of
an
the
officer.
club known as the douchebags.
So
It's
then
an
Vincent
elite-
goes to the medical bay.
Elite club.
Yeah, so to get this derailed session back on track, you guys will head to the bay, the medical bay, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
I'll be there first, I'd imagine.
Yeah. So
We
what do you,
live there.
after everyone arrives, Elijah, what are you saying to them?
I also
Guy brings down
opened the
his
invitation
helmet,
to
by the way.
BB and who's always there anyway, and the captain, our captain.
The captain doesn't come. She doesn't
Obviously.
acknowledge the invitation at all. But BB's voice, just like as soon as you send him, he's like, "I was already here anyway."
I may as well watch.
When
I
Zach walks into
don't
the room, he like
acknowledge
pulls
that.
down his visor and like his helmet thing.
2 seconds, I'm looking something up. Right. Everyone's here, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yep. God, what am I gonna say?
Stuff about
I'm
things.
not comfortable with letting this Suicide Squad go through with their mission. I've been thinking of ways to try and alleviate any dangers to them, or to basically just make it safe for them. I'm going to be doing this, and I'm risking my neck for it. I'm requesting help.
I already gave you the numbers for the Devil Dogs, right?
Yes.
I suppose
Yeah.
they'll come in handy.
It's impossible, yeah.
There's not much we can do without drawing attention to
I
ourselves too
have
much.
a few plans, actually.
Explain.
How strong are lance charges, Vincent?
How strong are they, Liam?
And then I also ask, like, could they collapse a cliff?
Depending on how many I use, I could assume it could be done.
Yeah, it can be done.
How many would it take?
Let me pull up the actual description for a lance charge.
Because they're quite strong, aren't they?
Yeah, I reckon.
Well,
So.
then
It's
that's
a
what I was
10
saying,
meter
1,000
long,
below that.
5 meters wide radius.
Anti-vehicle weapon against any class of vehicle.
That on top of the fact that I could just use my psychics to launch them further.
Cone is
like,
tightly
burn them on
focused,
top
can
of
be
the cliff.
used even in small areas of wartime adequate to load stationary roller. It's a comb is nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Good.
Yeah, no, you can absolutely use them to.
So you want to?
I bring up like a map of the map on the bottom of the screen, so you know of all the routes and shit.
Yeah.
And if you're all looking at it, I suggest putting lance charges like basically the top mountain. Oh shit, I'm using a ruler. Like here, and like this area. So we'll avalanche or collapse the mountain to either go onto the river base or onto the supply route. So the fact that they'll be making a roadblock would be, what's the word I'm looking for? Unnecessary?
Yes, but that is really far out of the way of our mission. We will be tracked by someone at least. Like either the
Yeah,
ship.
we're being dropped. You can just be dropped on top of the cliff. You can teleport down.
Yeah. But the main problem I see of that plan is that we are tracked to where we more than likely like we have our dog tags essentially tracking devices as well, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. Like we are tracked at most times.
And
I could
we
suppress
can just say
those.
we're at the top of the mountain. We can report the fact that there's an avalanche happening.
Yeah, it's an avalanche after a strange explosion.
Yeah. It's a
Sounds good.
war currently.
Nice. If we can do
There's
it, I'll
no
do
problem.
it. Otherwise,
I don't have a ghost talker. I can communicate with you guys without being tracked that way.
if we can get there and do it, I'll do it. Otherwise, I do not want to risk my life.
That's the first plan I have. It's the most likely the easiest one. To get rid of any rebels at the base if it crushes the base, or
So you
just
roll across
collapses the
rebels.
road, which
We
makes the
can't
fact that they have
risk
to make
destroying
a...
the entire facility. We have shit to do in there.
I'm not going to collapse it at the compound. I'm just collapsing one bit at the rebel base, which is miles away.
Yeah, that's not to scale. The amount of road
Obviously,
between the
'cause that would be
base
5
and
feet
there.
away.
Yeah, like it's a lot longer than what that actually
So
said.
you think,
You
you
said
think
the map in
the
kilometers.
grey box is a city?
Yeah.
That's a giant ass rebel base.
Yeah.
It'll be like a compound, like kind of thing. It'll be like a temporary base, most likely, not like a headquarters. I would
It's
guess.
literally just a giant ass military base.
So we could just collapse the cliff onto it.
Might work.
It would also delete a lot of rebels on the planet.
Delete the rebels.
Delete the rebels.
Deleted, not killed, just
From the
they're
equation.
gone.
Yeah.
Is that something Zai would say?
Stop
I'm not
existing.
a cyborg. Come on.
May as well
Sorry,
be.
you're a cyborg.
Oh fuck. No.
Does anyone
go
else
away.
have any opinions on that
You
plan?
set yourself up for that.
I'm
How
up
many
for it
last
as long as we can do it.
charges?
As long as it's safe for us as well.
What did you say, Mary?
How many last charges do we need?
Liam?
Wait, Liam or Vincent?
Liam.
Well,
I'm
we
asking
have,
Vincent, but I'm guessing Vincent would know, but Liam would answer.
we have the blue box. Can't he calculate out something?
That's also
Blue
a good point,
box.
DB. Liam.
I carry
Call
about
upon the
average of
powers
10
of
on
the
me,
DM.
so... Sorry?
DM, help us.
I think Liam died.
Yeah, I believe he's having.
Oops. My bad. Like 4 or 5 lance charges placed in like
Intermittently spaced out, etc.
yeah, placed in the correct
Yeah.
position, which BB can show you. 4 or 5 lance charges would be enough to
Yeah.
start an avalanche.
Like I had science and shit, I'd know this, I think.
Like, I would know it as well. I'm a demolition expert.
Yes, I mean, yeah, that's why I asked you, yeah.
Yeah.
Needed to confirm my...
It could be done as long as we can get into a
Also,
good position.
we're not revealing ourselves if we do this, as well. The mission's fine.
Yeah, just some random explosion in the
The
mountains,
mission
no one
parameters
knows.
never... Our mission parameters is to not reveal ourselves, do this as stealthily as possible, not intentionally reveal ourselves anyway, and then get to the base and extract the information. We're not intentionally revealing ourselves here.
Yeah, so this is fine with me. I said if we can do it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like if we can do it, I will.
For the record, is that drop zone our drop zone or the friendly?
That's yours.
Ours.
Where are we being dropped? Like,
North
what
of the
is
city.
the current area we're meant to be?
Yeah, north of the city, where that yellow X is.
Oh, that is ours, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where would
So,
theirs be, if you can pick it?
Theirs is pretty damn, like, it would be pretty close to their actual.
If I recall
Mission
correctly,
area.
last week, Elijah asked BB if they could, if he or the,
If I could
Good.
change the drop area, yes.
Yep.
yeah.
Very
That's
much
only if
good.
we're going down pods, though, but apparently we're not going down on pods.
I mean, you can still change the. I mean, it's either going to be Aaron. It's either going to be like Aaron or BB who's piloting the ship.
And essentially, we could say we just had to move the landing point because there was enemy activity in the area or something.
Yeah, if we're doing a drop ship, we could just like skim the ground. Elijah's doing air quotes here in stealth. Drop you off like 40 feet above the ground because that's how far you can TP,
Yeah.
and then just
open the back
proceed
door and let 'em
proceed to
out.
about and I point to here on the map ish.
Yes, but then I'd be by myself, which I
Yes.
can teleport, but yeah.
Damn straight.
I'd rather not cover that ground by myself.
We'll always have an eye on you at least.
Well, with 5 lance charges, we'd have to pick him up, or several times.
He can carry 5 lance charges, just be incredibly encumbered.
Depends on how
He'd just
big
be
a spreader
really slow,
is.
but as soon as he gets rid of them, he'd just be able to move.
Well, I mean, remember, you have to look at it like this. Yeah, you'll be a lone quack, and if this all goes right, woo, party and stuff. But there's also the issue of, if you're alone, you have to not be stupid, because you will just be fucking disintegrated.
This is the fact that if I'm alone, I will more than likely if I get in danger, die.
You can just TP away, it'll be fine.
Yeah, you can fucking teleport.
TP where? If we fly away, how is he gonna?
I could always
back
fly
to us.
back.
We can give him our location, he'll just TP to us. Like, in intermittent jumps.
It's a
My
cliff.
Let's hear random music.
It's
I still think
mountains.
me flying back would be better for him, at least. That way he could just jump there and I fly back, but that'd be risky still, because we might get spotted.
We could always just land on the cliff, do the thing, leave.
That's probably the best thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
BB chirps in. He says, "I'm sure myself and Zai could work something out to make us not seen."
Yeah, I was going to mention that. I mean, it would be relatively rudimentary.
Yeah, I was
You're
waiting for people to
rudimentary.
make suggestions according to their specialities.
Liam, can you describe this cliff to me a bit better?
It's the start of like a mountain range.
Ah, okay.
So it's
That's even better.
yeah, it is a lot of like sheer like cliffs. But yeah, it starts going into a mountain range.
Is it avalanche?
You can make any mountain an avalanche with enough.
Yeah.
No,
Those
no,
land
but like,
charges.
would it
But
normally
dirt
be
pit the
avalanche?
shit out of this fucking building.
It depends on like the tectonic makeup of the area. I mean,
BB, do we have a tectonic makeup of the area?
I can get one.
No. Suddenly there's no fault lines within like 100 miles.
Then we go up
Also-
plan 205 that I have.
2 or
If possible-
5.
I made like 4 or 5 plans, I think.
I thought you said 205, and I just got really like, whoa.
Initiate plan 205.
If also possible, could you please get a seismic activity reading within the last 100 years
it's
of
like
this
that old red
immediate
versus
area?
blue joke of the Xbox
Yep.
360.
Yep.
Xbox 360, how to miss versions 2 from 359.
Yeah, BB projects a report. There's no like major tectonic plates. But there's been like small earthquakes and shit.
Also, explosions are a thing in war.
They happen.
Someone was
yeah.
trying to bomb something and they failed.
Maybe we could do it.
If I'd say I'm up for it as long as I don't die. That's all I care
I'm
about.
not. I don't want anyone to die.
I'd rather have these men and women not die for resources. He air quotes that.
Yes, you want to harvest them, but like that's all you people do.
By the
That
way,
is
Zai,
incredibly
that attack roll was
xenophobic and
so shit.
racist, Mr. Strange.
Oh, is it what?
If I
Zai,
if
that
I were not
fucking
accustomed with
verbal
human
pistol
culture, I
attack
would
roll,
be
it was
horribly
terrible.
insulted.
Say that again, Jake.
I'm just saying, Zai's fucking look at the roll for Zai's verbal pistol attack, and he got 29 with it.
Yeah, no, I had a plus 20
Oh
in that.
god.
He did 1d20 plus 20, and he got 29.
Zai
I just looked at it and went,
that.
"What?"
Like,
Sorry.
Zai has fired a gun twice in combat ever in his life. And he's 9 foot old.
Shoot into the ceiling.
Oh god. So we'll have Aaron fly, us will stop, then we'll fly to where we're meant to go.
Works for me.
I would suggest for most people for the stealthy persuasion to pick up an energy weapon.
I already have one.
I'm
For
not
the
entirely
silent
sure I'm capable of
aspect
buying
of
anything
this.
else.
I won't be taking any silenced weapons simply because I don't intend to fire anything.
Oh,
But
what time of day are we
I've
leaving?
picked up
Okay.
literally everything in my backpack to be medical.
I can assume we're dropping it at night time.
Those details have been left up to you.
Yeah.
When are we meant to drop? Because they're dropping, you know.
I'd assume it'd just be nighttime in general.
Yeah,
It'd be easier for all of us.
the plan for those guys is to drop like just after nightfall.
Okay. When
I'd assume like
dropping
their
slightly
plan
after
is
them anyway,
essentially
so we
they
should
drop when they're told to, which is like just before we are dropping.
go dark.
That's pretty much it. So they just get dropped when they're told to go. They're told to go when you guys decide that you want to go.
I'd suggest late evening so that we can take the ship in dark and not worry about crashing into the mountain.
Works for me.
Because then we can just turn off all the lights and exterior lights of the ship.
Just make sure you break the little red flashy light that's always on every aircraft.
I bring a actually no, I don't bring a list. I just get my backpack from like behind a desk, and I just fucking empty it onto a table. And I'm like, this is the shit I'm bringing, so you guys know. I'm bringing a medkit, a zip stim, I'm bringing 2 last patches. I've got 2 stagger pace in case anyone falls down. And by falls
So
down,
you're
I
the
mean
drug dealer.
dies.
Okay then.
I've got 4 sleep grenades and a haze shield.
So
the
you're
stealth
drug dealer.
aspects.
Got it.
And
You
I've got
expect
shotgun,
heavy
so yeah,
combat?
I am the drug dealer.
I'm bringing spike thrower, laser pistol, sling, and blade, and generic other shit.
I suggest picking up any sleep grenades if you can, just for the possibility of using them.
Maybe later.
We all good on this?
Yep. Is that everything? Anyone else anything to say?
I guess it's time to go load up the dropship.
Do they have any vehicles at the compound that might be dangerous?
At the target compound, do you mean?
Yeah.
Evie?
I'd assume
He
we'd get
brings
that
he brings up a
Satellite.
scan. It's like a current like real time image of the compound.
It's meant to be a mining facility, isn't it?
It's R&D.
Its cover is a mining
Yeah,
facility.
its cover is mining. So it's got there is multiple like trucks and loads of ore and stuff in the background and like mining vehicles.
Flatbeds and shit.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. There is one. It looks like an Italian military jeep. Like all of you guys, if you've been in the field, you've seen them. They're just kind of like standard.
So we were in one a few days ago.
Yeah, it's like the standard military jeep. Yeah, it has a 50 cal mount on the back, but it doesn't seem to be like nobody's in it. It's just sitting there parked.
What time is it?
What
currently?
about...
Sorry, was that currently?
Yeah, current time, yeah.
Current time on planet is like 8 in the morning.
Alright, we've got 12 hours. So I'm going to suggest we drop about 9, 10 o'clock at night. Or even the evening.
Hold on,
How
wait.
much time do we want to have on planet before the squad drops?
We don't have any time. We drop after them.
Yes, but if we did falsely by when we were dropping, we could drop before them.
We can't drop falsely without the captain knowing.
I mean, BB would just have to. Oh, right, he's on our ship. How did that slip
Because he's
my
on our
mind?
ship.
So, quick question. What the fuck do energy weapons use as ammo?
Batteries.
Batteries.
Type A
A
for
beta-
most.
A batteries, yeah.
For most laser, anyway. Some
Same
type
as
B.
your power suit, assault suit, or whatever it's called again.
Yeah, and needs 24 hours of battery power.
Liam, I assume we just we reload once we get back on ship, and I don't need to specify that I go recharge all my batteries.
Nah, that's just all. I mean, most of you
Okay.
guys are like military personnel. It's pretty like stock and standard to take care of your gear.
I would know to recharge batteries at least.
Yeah, it'd be like for all of the military personnel, it'd be like second nature. They just get in from mission, clean their gear, recharge all the shit. I mean, putting batteries that are vital to your like continued existence on charge is not a long shot. So
What's the encumbrance of Type A's? Because I can't find it on the equipment.
It's 6 to a
It
6
says you
to
can 6 Type
Type
A
A cells
in a
are
bundle,
one
but then you
encumbrance,
have
but
to
you
unpack
can-
it. If you're carrying a readied Type A battery for reloading, then it's 1 encumbrance.
Yeah, so I have 2 Type A batteries just out so I can reload if needed, and that's
Yeah,
2
as the one
encumbrance. And then I have
encumbrance, obviously.
12 Type A batteries stored away, and that's 2 encumbrance.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what the ammo for a thermal pistol is? 5?
Type A.
No, but how many cartridges is it? I don't have. Oh, I guess I'll open the.
Ammo is
What do
20
you mean the number
rounds.
or the clip? You mean?
Yeah, how many in a clip?
Oh, 6
give me a
in a
second.
pistol.
In a thermal pistol?
5,
5?
Oh, right. Yeah, 5.
and it has 25 to 50 range.
Yep, I've got that. I just didn't put that back up at the end of the last.
Yeah. Shotgun
I'm back,
pistols.
by the way.
Cool.
Fire alarm went off.
is there anyone else who's doing anything in the like you guys like they said you have like 12 hours. I assume one of you goes and briefs, well, basically gives the captain a rundown of what you're planning.
I'd do
Our
it.
captain, not the shooting
Because
captain.
I suggested the plan. I'd do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I also, before we do that, before we roleplay that out
Yep.
or whatever, I would suggest that Vincent and Aaron load up the dropship with lance charges, etc. Zai needs to work with BB to do the shit, and myself and Mary intimately will watch the live feed of if she'll do it with me anyway, like as in shifts basically. If she'll do it, is to watch the live feed of the mining facility to see if there's any people there, like enemies.
Aaron can go down.
Right.
Not Aaron, Andrew.
What about?
Obviously, I'd ask everyone to try and do this,
Yeah.
just so we know if there's any like live people there.
There's probably people there anyway. There's always going to
Yeah,
be
but
people.
you know, if it's patrols and shit,
Yeah.
then we can work that out with a 12-hour time. We got time for that.
so
Do we
I'll
have internal imaging to see how many?
you just have the like cameras and stuff that this like the sensor arrays that the ship is providing. Nothing from like cameras from inside the compound. So to give you a rundown of what you find, yes, there is personnel within the compound. For the most part, they just seem to be like loading up and unloading the trucks.
So actually doing the work.
Yeah, like they seem to be. They don't look like the people who would like should be there.
Yeah.
But they're actually taking
It
like, all of the
really
walls.
sounds like all what we
Pictures
can
of
gather.
them.
It's rebels who have gone there, realized it's mining shit, and just taking the raw minerals and metals and stuff.
Yeah,
whatever
because
it
they're
is.
valuable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they can use them to make shit,
Yep.
etc.
Exactly.
What about hidden gun emplacements?
No,
They're
you know,
hidden.
all you see is the like Natashan military jeep with the 50 cal on it.
Just the 50 cal, yeah.
I could
Look,
tear that
I'm
I'm
apart
gonna
with
be
my heavy
very
cutter.
amused if we get owned by a bunch of rebels.
Yeah, no. But yeah, Vincent's mostly just loading up the ship at the moment.
Yeah, I asked Harper to do the if you can look over, as in do the whole look at the facility thing, etc., etc. Well, because I have nothing
I'll do
specific
that.
for him. What weapons you taking this time, Harper?
Oh, I'm running with a laser rifle, mag rifle if we have to go loud, mag pistol as usual as a backup.
Yeah. So I'll go to the captain.
BB informs you that she's in her day cabin.
Yeah, I'll go there. Then knock on the door again.
Come in.
I go in, and I fill her in. I don't even say hello. I just start filling her in with the details.
Yep, she sits there nodding through. She gets to the end. When you get to the end,
At the end, I say off the record, what are your opinions?
she sighs. I don't like it. I spent a lot of years in the field before having a command. All I can think is that if it was my squad down there instead of somebody else's, it's not a good thought.
What do you mean?
These people, and you can kind of see past her onto her screen. She's got up service records. They're good soldiers, given years to the Natashan military. This mission is a waste.
I can agree on that. Do you think my plan has any chance of success,
She nods.
or at least to help?
She nods. She says, just be ready for what might come if you are found out.
Mm-hmm.
I will help you as best I can.
It's all on me.
She kind of smiles and she says that. She says, no, it's not. You're my squad. And he can hurt me a lot less than he can hurt any of you. Connections and all that.
I'm not sure what I'd rather. If it goes wrong and it takes you away from the squad, well, I think I'd rather take the fall.
We'll see
Your
what
resources
happens.
are much more available than mine.
We'll see what happens, Elijah.
Just saying, O'Sealy, it must likely be me who takes the fall for it because I'm the person, doing it.
No, I can take the fall because I'm an officer.
Funny thing
unfortunately.
is, your fall will be literal. Off a cliff.
I hate you for that. I hate you so much for that. God damn it.
Actually,
Yeah,
if this is a
finish
political
and go
maneuver
to
to finish off
finish
someone.
talking to her and go to the med bay and
Okay.
just
Yeah.
prepare and stuff.
So what am I meant to be doing with BB?
I think BB's plan was to try and mask our tags or anything
Okay,
like
yeah,
that to
that's
try
what
and
I
stop us from
suggested, yeah.
being realize that
Just-
we stopped moving.
Yeah, we could just make false tags and have them tracking, and that's easy.
A
It's
really
just like
long delay on it.
no,
I'd say
you just
we could however long we spend at the on the mountain, we could just have us be at the drop zone just waiting for a while, as in doing a briefing with each other, etc.
yeah,
or whatever.
that's what I was gonna suggest.
Data
plan.
signal, stay at the drop zone for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I actually want to cross-reference the Spec Ops guy or the squad he's using as suicide bait with either an attachment culture or just a military thing to see if it's political, that he's motivated by more than just his resources.
So, you want to see like if he's chosen this like the Suicide Squad for a particular reason, or like more to do with him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
If he's chosen the suicide people with a purpose.
All right. Roll for it. Give us some
All
sort
right.
of military or whatever.
That's an attachment culture skill check.
Okay.
And
Yeah, dude. From what you find, you reckon they're just a good squad who's been caught in the crossfire? Like, they're a very widely renowned squad for being good at dealing with insurgents, so they're kind of the obvious choice.
I'm trying to think.
I
wow.
wasn't really paying attention. I was.
it was worth a shot.
I mean, like, from what you know of like Natasha intelligence, there is very possibly like a power play here, but it doesn't have anything to do with the squad. Like that squad wasn't chosen because he wanted to get them killed, but there is still like it's all vying for power, right? Like, there's the top of the Natasha military intelligence, which is Admiral, the same Admiral that you guys talked to earlier, the female, like the old woman. But yeah, there's a whole power play of trying to get her job basically because she's old and death comes to old people eventually.
Question.
Yep.
Death to the old people.
Has Zyga met her, the Admiral?
No.
Okay, no, I didn't think so. Cool.
Can I do? This is one of the reasons why I was talking to you about that. Can I do a criminal check to see if there's any connections between the rebels and the criminal ground on this, and if I recognize any of the criminal groups?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. There I am.
Can I assist? Oh, wait, never mind.
If you come up to me, because
I just realized we wanted.
I'm just in the med bay doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too late. You rolled.
Yeah. Okay. Submit. Oh god. 6. Fuck that -1.
Okay. Yeah. So from what you found, there is definitely criminal connections to the militia. Whether it be the militia themselves buying and selling weapons, or just something else, there is definitely criminal connections to the militia. But yeah, you don't know any.
Yeah.
Any of the actual names of the people who are doing it.
So we don't know Batman.
You don't know.
I also I send everyone a list of my psychic abilities so they know what I can do in a fight.
Okay.
I'm assuming we already have that.
I don't think so.
Wouldn't
I
it
don't
be
think I
like
have
the
that.
dossiers when we first met each other?
I told it says what I can do, not exactly what my powers
Yeah.
are. It's like what your disciplines are, not your powers.
Yeah. Yeah, now I assume just wait around until it's time to do shit.
Cool.
Do I have to make a roll for this masking thing?
Yeah, I'll get you'll get I'll give you a +1 for BB's or a +2 for BB's help.
+2 from BB's help?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It isn't going to be difficult to do.
Do you want me to do it now?
Yeah.
Can I use the
don't you dare
+1?
fuck this up.
Yes, because you are into technology. Go.
Yep. Oh god, that was a terrible roll.
You reckon you've
That'll
done it?
Yes, 11 is a terrible roll.
No, I mean I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter when 7 is a pass.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Right. Cool. Yeah, we were around. Or I went around.
Cool. So yeah, is anyone doing
what is it
anything
that I've been doing
specific?
this entire time? Scanning the area or something?
What was that?
Yeah,
sorry?
we're looking at
Elijah?
the area for I don't know how many hours.
Well,
we
I'd say
find
I
anything
suggest we do it in shifts, so we're not all just staring at a screen for 12 hours.
No, I
That'd
have
be
it
awful.
linked. I'd have the assault
Because
suit
I'd
on, so
leave
it's
it in
like
the medical bay as well, because it's the least likely place you'll go.
Like Vince is probably just watching in some security feeds.
yeah, I have like an assault suit on me, so I could just have like a video feed of the area. What do we see for an hour or two?
Dead people.
Like I kind of explained before,
Yeah.
it's just people who are
Workers, pretty much.
Just random times.
yeah, like
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
the ore and stuff from the facility out.
But like patrol routes or any weaknesses sort of related to how we're supposed to gain entry.
There is no like security personnel in the
Oh
facility.
shit.
You see, like there are like the militia who are like taking the ore. They're armed, but like there's no guards or anything like that set up. Pretty much everyone who's there is on their task. You get the impression that they're not really expecting resistance here. That the planet has been taken, week or two ago.
Instantly.
They're not really expecting any sort of fight.
Any nearby like airfield with military air
Yeah, the rebel
assistance?
base.
The rebel base down south.
Oh, that's just that. Okay.
I send out a message to anyone to ask if anyone's not fully encumbered and like in backpacks.
I have no idea what my encumbrance is at the moment.
Yeah,
I
I
have
should take a
full
look.
and everything. It's
I think
Aaron.
the battery packs matter.
I'm checking.
I'm checking.
I have literally no idea what my encumbrance actually is.
Your backpack, like as in like stored encumbrance, is equal to your strength,
Yeah, no,
and
I'm
your
exactly
gear
at my
ready
limit.
equipment is equal to 3/4. Rounded down or up, Liam?
Up.
Yes, but I never actually took the
Yeah.
encumbrance of all the items I have.
What do you have?
Hmm.
I have
Your assault suit was 2.
assault suit, spike
Spike
thrower,
thrower is
laser
2.
pistol.
That's 1. There's 5.
Telekinetic sling, monoblade.
I think that's 0. I think monoblade is 0 because it's tiny. I think
And this is stuff in my
sling's
backpack.
1.
I have a backpack.
No, monoblade is
Um,
1. Kinetic
okay, so
sparks
that's 6.
has 1 as well.
The TL4 backpack is 0,
Yeah. 5 thermal flares.
which is nothing.
Meta tool.
1, 7,
Low light goggles.
1, 8.
I have 1 left. I can have 1 encumbrance.
I don't know how many land charges we need, so I have 5 on me.
Yeah, but we'll be getting rid of them anyway. It doesn't matter about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
5
have 8
power
ready
cells and
encumbrance
5
basically at the moment.
ammo for my rifle.
How much is your strength?
My strength is 10.
2, 4, 6, 8. You can have 9 or no, you can have 8 readied encumbrance. I believe.
What do I have?
Like that.
I actually think I'm good then.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think your max encumbrance readied.
Wait,
I if you can take
I have 12 strength. How much is my max encumbrance for ready
ready.
items? Yeah.
9.
Forgot we were just 9. It was 9. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
'cause it's
have
rounded
no
up.
ready left, but I have 1 stowed left.
I ask you if you can take 3 binder satchels because they
Yeah,
can be
how much?
tied together as 1 encumbrance.
Okay. What are they called?
Binder satchels are basically things that you can attach stuff to. So we could like close doors with them, etc., etc. We can attach the fucking truck to the floor, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take them.
Sounds
That's the
like
thing
fun.
I attached the dude to in like the second episode. I've took them out of my bag because I needed to make sure we had shit.
Super glue from space.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy super glue. Awesome.
I got them.
Cool.
Cool.
So is there anything else anybody specifically wants to do?
No,
Dead
not me
people.
anyway.
Cool. So yeah, the rest of the time passes with you guys doing whatever your like pre-mission ritual would be.
Indeed.
Walking my
Furiously
dog.
masturbating.
I was gonna say
Sounds
that.
great.
A
Question
question: How
mark,
does
how
an
do you
alien
do that, Zai?
masturbate?
That's another adventure, boys.
That is that is a question and a half.
Alright.
Um,
Let's bet money on
I
it.
send him.
I
I
bet he
also
has
just
4
actually no. I'll
dicks.
type it out. I'll type
We
it
set
out
up
to
a
not
little
to you, but
pod.
to people.
sure.
So Vincent, didn't you say, or Quack, didn't you say Vincent was watching security feeds?
Yes.
Zai, did you disable the camera?
There's no camera in my bedroom.
There's a camera in every room.
I got rid of
There's
that as soon
always
as I
a
moved
camera
in.
in the
I got
bedroom.
rid of that as soon as I moved in.
BB fixed it.
I was taking my helmets off and like, ooh, that would have been bad.
Well, it doesn't
Just
matter.
secretions
because all the
everywhere.
other times. Oh god.
But yeah, Vincent's just watching security footage of
It's
the
just
ship,
a
pretty
big
much.
blue mess all over the walls.
Oh god.
Actually, pastel brown.
Oh god.
I don't want to think about it.
Di does. We can continue.
Yeah. I don't want to talk
Cool.
back on things anymore.
So yeah,
I
you
just
guys
need to know one thing. How many dicks does he actually have?
4.
Only Vincent knows.
Do we have to roll 1d4 for that or?
God, leave
Roll
science
for
penises
comfort.
alone.
Okay. So yeah, you guys. Time rolls around, and it's time to go. Probably like half an hour before, when you guys are like loading up onto the dropship, the captain, the like other captain, the dick
Dicton.
captain, the Dicton, whatever you've been calling him, he comes down.
So, Dick.
And I'm assuming you guys are all like standing around like the dropship loading up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah, he walks down and he says, "This is what you're looking for." And he holds out a compad, and you see like a bank of computer terminals. And he says, "I believe your computer specialist will be able to access these terminals and pull the information we need." He kind of turns to face Zai and says,
A big check goes on my visor, like a
Yeah.
very comical cha-ching.
Yeah, he said he points to you and goes, or looks towards you and says, "Just pull all information they have on their server, bring it back, and we will deal with it from there. Do not look at what they have there."
Di
Understood?
mentally crosses his fingers. Affirmative.
Whereabouts in the compound is everything located, sir?
So yeah,
Or
if
do
you,
we have that information?
yeah, you'd have that. So if you look at the compound map,
Yeah.
the 2 buildings.
By the way, that middle bit. I didn't explain it, but that middle bit, I envisioned it as like a vehicle bay.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So
Oh, cool. Right,
um,
same page.
yeah. So the 2 skyscraper type buildings that are in there, that are the like target buildings of these 2.
Yeah. Okay, the bottom 2, right?
Yeah. So there and there. There are vehicles obviously in this area.
Mhm.
I'm just saying that compound map is way too small.
Yeah. I'll make one bigger.
So I did it in scale slightly to, a city.
Yeah, it's still way too small.
So yeah, that's there, and then you have the rest of the buildings, like the ones back here. I felt like workers to sleep in, and then you've got like an administration type building there. So the ones that you are interested in are the 2 in the bottom right hand side of the compound.
The ones that are recrossed.
Yep, I'll mark it into now in case it becomes important. The 50 cal Jeep is parked here, where the yellow is.
Yes, that's very important.
What was the yellow bit? Sorry.
That's where the 50
The Jeep.
the Jeep's parked.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
So we have 2 target buildings.
Yep.
Huh.
We don't know where the information is actually located.
All those 2 bits of information.
We don't know where our target is located, I should say.
Oh, okay. Just they'll be in one of those 2.
Yep, one of the 2 buildings.
Okay. Cool.
How big
Could
are
be
they?
worse.
They're as big as a house, but smaller than an elephant.
Sorry, was there a question there?
Yeah, how big are those buildings?
They're like
2 stories, 5.
they're multiple story. They're probably like 6 or 7-story buildings.
More than one less than 100?
Less.
I'm
Less
gonna
than
guess
100.
about 76.
Cool.
Obviously, I told the captain, like the dick captain, our
The Dicton.
drop time.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, as you guys like hop in the dropship, you've got all the screens and stuff on the sides, and you see like there's a cam view of the like ship of the other Natashan Navy ship, and you just see like small explosions run down the hull, and you see like the like what you guys would know as drop pods falling. There's 6 of them, I think. Let me double check that.
Vincent
Yeah,
might
there's
just
6 of
take
them.
note. Yeah.
Cool. And then yeah, you guys are ready to head off. So you leave out through the shuttle bay and head down towards the mountain range, I guess.
As we're going down, Zai just asks, like, no one, what's a dot point?
Oh god.
What? What did he ask?
What's a
What's
dot
a
point?
dot point?
Vincent just face palms.
I just shake my head and smile.
Both Zyger and Matt are confused.
Good place for a quick 2-minute break.
Yep.
As we drop
Certainly
onto the
is.
planet, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
Good, because I
I
need
need
a drink.
Cool. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
get
I
a
need to
drink.
pee, like, hella bad.